Hello everyone and welcome back to Mashinky. I am ObiVanDamme, and in this short video I would like to give you some hints or starter tips if you're new to the game, which we all are at the moment, or if you're not familiar with some of the mechanics and maybe some other tips that are not in the tutorial that you might find helpful even before you start your first playthrough. So the first thing I want to show you is what I want to talk about is the dimensions of a train station. So let me just give you an example. One of my passenger lines, this one. So the train station, although when you build one, you start with a line like this, and what you can see here is it says station is too large. So by default, the station can be 6 tiles wide, and then it will extend 2 tiles in each direction, which is the radius where the station is effective. So if you put a station right here, you can see that those houses, this one, this one, this one, and this one, are in the influence area, or the how is it called? You can see it here, catchment area. But the station is not a 6x1 area, but if you place the station, as I will do now, show you this, like so, it is actually a 6x6 area. So you can build 6 wide, and then you can also build 6 tiles up or down. So if you go here and, for example, go to extensions, you can build platforms. And what you can do is you can build platforms up to 6 tiles. So now the station is too wide, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And those platforms will also, as you can see here, increase the catchment area. And you could build those platforms here as well if it would not be occupied. So just for 50 of the cheap money tokens, as you can see, I have now 5,200 and I'm just playing for like 3 hours or so. You can really increase the catchment area of your train stations. And in addition to that, I also recommend you buy the waiting room as one of your first extensions on basically every station. So this station right here, let's see, can you see how many people are waiting here? Not sure what the initial capacity is, but plus 500 is a lot, and loading speed plus 100% is also quite a lot, and it will increase the catchment area by 2 in each direction. So you will get 2 tiles left, right, up and down. And with the platform that I built, you can see if I add this waiting room right here, I can cover almost the entire town with this one station that initially only covered 3 houses. So yeah, build a platform. It is 6x6, and build a waiting room as well. If you get the signal box a bit later when you have the wood tokens, the max size increases by 2, which means you can increase the platform by 2 in this direction and also by 2 in this direction. So now it's an 8x8 square. So this is the first tip. Stations are not one-dimensional. The next thing also is focuses around towns, and this is how the towns will grow. So from time to time, if you deliver enough passengers to a town, it will grow. It will create new houses, and if you reach the new age, for example steam age 2 or the diesel age, also new houses will be built, and those houses will be built at roads. You can build roads yourself. So if the town is quite small, like for example this one, and you do not build any roads, the town will just grow in whatever direction and add roads itself. But as long as there are free roads where they can put houses, those spaces will be occupied first. So if you want to make sure that that the town will grow in a certain direction, build the roads. So for example, this one only had this road over here, and I built this road and this road network over here to make sure when the town grows, it is covered by my by my train station that I'm over here. So this was the town at the beginning. I built this station and want to make sure that new houses will go in this area where I built the platform. So you can build roads to make the towns grow the way you like. And the next tip is tip number 3, is about signals. I saw on Steam in the comment section or the discussion that quite a few people have problems with what the signals do and how you place them. So basically what those signals do is they separate your tracks into different blocks, and the game will make sure that only a single train is or can occupy, or no, let's say that just a single train is inside one block. So as you can see here, for example, there's one train on this track, and this signal here has a red arrow. So this signal is currently closed, so no train can pass this signal because there is a train already. So once this train leaves the, let's just continue the game and stay in this mode. This train will now drive, and now this signal becomes red, as you can see when it passes the signal. And once the last wagon leaves this signal, this one will become green again. So just wait a second, and boom, now it's green. So now another train can reach this track. And if you have no signals whatsoever, all your tracks are a single block. So if these signals are all gone, no train can leave this station as long as there is another train somewhere around on here, until I think the station themselves count as blocks or as separators, but I'm not 100% sure. So for example, as you can see here, there are now 2 trains. Let's just give him the stop command for a second. And now start again. Now you can see this train will stop here because there's already a train in this block, and to prevent a crash, this train will now stop here until the block is free again. So now this train will leave this block, enter the station, and as soon as this signal, as it passes this signal, this one will become green again. I know the train is too large. Maybe I should move the signal. So now this train can pass here. Okay, so how do you place signals? By default, if you place a signal, you can see it is 2-dimensional. So this means trains can pass this signal in both directions. If you want to have a signal like this one that only allows travel in one direction, so if a train approaches this signal from here, it will stop. This signal will not allow the train to go through here. If you want to have that, you have to click another time, and as you can see here, if I mouse over one side of the track, it gets highlighted. And train signals are always on the right side of the track. So if you want to have a signal where the train can only move from down, bottom right to top left, you have to click on the right side, and you can toggle 2-way or 1-way if you click on the right side. If you want to have the other direction, you just click on the left side, so like this. So it's not just cycling by clicking, but you can explicitly choose which direction you want, and you can just toggle 2-way and 1-way, but you have to select which of those pillars you want to have. So let's remove the signal real fast. Yeah, and that's it. The next thing I want to show you is tip number 4. It has to do with those turns of a track. So the minimum radius that you need for a track to basically turn 180 degrees is also 6 tiles. So if you want to have a track like did we build a station? Where is the station? Over here. So let's say you want to have a track that goes here and turns around 1 time. You need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tiles of space to make this track go 180 degrees. And you have to be careful, because what I did a lot of time already is I had a track that was going like this, and then I want, for example, here at the depot, I had this track before, and then I wanted to have this additional track. So what I did was, I grabbed this. No, I did not. I did it. Oh, how well I did do it. I did something like that. Oh no, it's working. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So basically, what I wanted to say was the problem that I had was that this curve was not connecting. Ah, yeah, that was the problem, right? So let's do this again. So I had this track right here, and then I had one merge. And if you now want to branch away from this, you have to be careful that you select the right edge of this tile, because this is your branching tile. And what you can accidentally do, and I did this a lot of time, is this. So now it looks like this train can curve around and move here, but if you zoom in on the tracks, you can see that this train cannot go left again. So it can merge on this track and go this direction, and trains coming from here can go and branch over to the left side, but the train that comes from here will not be able to move to go on the left track and leave it. So always make sure that you have 6 spaces left if you want to do a turn. So select this edge. This works fine. This is okay, but the other one, it will not work. So it's I can reload later. So this was the first tip, and the last one has to do with the train orders. So if you have a train, for example, I can show you this one. So here's a train that's delivering coal, and the distance is quite far, so it delivers the coal from here all the way to this toolworks, and then has to go all the way back to here. So I decided to have a second train to help out with the delivery. And okay, the orders are quite simple. It's just 2 stations. But if you have a more complex route to take, what you can do if you buy a new train, let's just real quick buy these trains, add some of those, and let's say I want to make this train do the same route as this one. What you can do is you select the train. Let's just pause the game really quick and go to orders, and then there's the plus sign, where usually you select track or stations where you want your train to go. But what you can do is you can just click on this little train icon over here, and it will copy the complete order list of this train over here, and then it will just follow the same orders if you click start. So yeah, this can save you quite a lot of work, tedious work here, to select all those stations. Depending on the size of your network, this can be a bit of work, and you don't want to do this all over again. So I hope this is helpful for you. If so, please let me know in the comments. If you have any questions, please let me know. I hope I can answer them. And if you don't have this game, go check it out. It's quite nice. I have put the link in the description box. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you next time. Bye bye.